Good day, good day, good day, everyone. Welcome to Sit with Rev Melissa. It's good to see you, Mommy, Gladys, Tim, Nan, Lindsay. I hope everyone is doing well together. Yes, reawakening together. Yes, you already starting us off with those words, huh, Lindsay? I see you, girl. I see you. Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one. But guess what? Y'all will never guess what today's word is. Never. So go ahead and try. Go ahead and put some in the comments. What do you think today's word is? And plus, I need some suggestions for the Friday finale of Read. So drop in the comments any recommendations you have for a word and try to guess today's. You'll never guess. You'll never guess. A word where the is the prefix. Where the is the prefix. All right. All right, y'all. So we've started it off. We started off. Okay, I see y'all. Responsibility, return, rebuild, release. Those are all good ones. Some are in prefix related, but it's okay. Revealed. I like that too. I like that too. But that's not today. But I'll consider them for Friday. I'll consider some of those for Friday. We'll see. So we've already done what? We've already done resign or re-sign, right? Re-sign. And yesterday we did remind, right? We did remind, to cause to remember. What? And I asked you, what do you need to remind yourselves of, right? What do you need to remind yourself of? And the most important thing that we can remind ourselves of is that there is only one mind. Remind yourself there's only one mind, and we get to use that one mind, right? That infinite, intelligent, all-knowing mind. Yes, mind of God, spirit, creator, whatever you want to call it. I love y'all. I love reawakening, rejoice, reimagine. Lindsay, I'm really feeling relive. I'm really feeling that one, Lindsay. That might, but that's not today. That's not today. But you're doing good. You're doing good. Reassert, like that too. All right. I'm going to tell y'all. Today's is, I think I need a drum. Oh, I was going to say a dream roll. Ooh, that's a nice thought. I need a drum roll. Yes. Today's word is recast. Didn't see that coming, did you? Nope. Nope. And guess what? Neither did I until this morning when I was doing my journaling. That word, I know that word popped up in my mind. And it popped up, not in my journaling. It popped up when I was doing my my morning prayers. And Nan, I also do in the bed prayers, right? So I don't get out the bed until I pray. And I like to do it in the child's pose, like the yoga position, the child's pose. Yeah, I like that. And so the word cast came up in my prayer. And it's not a word that I would normally use, right? And what I said at the end of my prayer was, I cast my word forth, knowing that it is manifesting even now. I cast my word forth, knowing that it is manifesting even now, right? So I said that in my prayer, and the word cast just stood out. And then I said, So then when I was doing my journaling, my inspirational journaling, I wrote down recast. That could be today's word. So that's what it is. Reimagine. I like that too, Robert. I like that. Relocation. All those are good, y'all. All those are good. So recast. What does it mean? To form, fashion, or arrange again. To remodel or reconstruct. To supply anew. To remodel or reconstruct, right? And so in SIP, we talk a lot about our consciousness, right? We talk a lot about our consciousness. We talk a lot about how our thoughts are creative. We talk about how powerful our words are. We talk about how we have to be engaged and activated in our lives, right? We talk about that because that is where it all happens, y'all. That is where it all happens, within us, right? All within, all within, all within. That's where we are doing the work, right? And then we could see it expressing out in the world, right? Out picturing itself. But it starts from within, right? And so I started to think, every day we have the opportunity to recast, right? So you think about, like, when you think about recasting, you might think about in the movie industries, like movies and stuff, right? And they send out a casting call, right? And actors come and they audition, and some get the role and some don't. And then sometimes what happens is they realize that they might need to recast, right? The person that they thought was perfect for the role, they realize, maybe not, or something happens and that actor can't do it and they have to recast the role, right? Think about our thoughts, right? Some of our thoughts we need to recast, don't we? Yeah. Some of our thinking we need to recast, right? Because it is arranging, and it's the model that we're using to create our lives from, right? To co-create our lives from. So do you have the right cast, the right assembly pattern of thinking that is out picturing your movie that is your life, right? You all may have been familiar with the saying, we're all the stars of our own movie, right? We all are. And we get to cast and recast that which is our life, right? That which is our life. Yes, Lindsay, we recast every morning with our morning practice. Yes, we do. Recasting is a practice. Yes, it is. It is a practice that we can use to model our life, model each moment, model this day, right? If your day started off funky, right? Are you going to just stay in the funk? Or are you going to take the opportunity to recast your day, to remodel it, to rearrange it, right? To reclaim it? Yes, we get to do that. We don't have to stay in the funk all day long just because something happened or we woke up on the wrong side of the bed. We don't. We get to make a decision about how we're going to move, right? About what role we are playing in our lives today, because that's what gets cast forth. That is what gets cast forth. And our pattern of thinking, our pattern of speaking, our pattern of activity, our pattern of being is what is creating the mold, the model, the movie, the story, right? And we get to tell it, star in it, recast it, do what we need to do, right? Until we are in that alignment, right? Until we have integrated everything that we need to integrate, right? When I resigned from that position, it was a recasting, right? It was a recasting for myself. I didn't have to stay there and suffer. I chose to recast, right? From the place of consciousness, choosing from that place of consciousness, knowing that God is my source, right? So that's what we get to do. That's how we get to play, right? Is it time to recast? Just check it out, right? We looked at those different components that make up our lives. Is there one area or maybe more than one area in our lives that we may need to do some recasting, right? Maybe there's some folks that may need to get recast in our lives, right? And that's no judgment. It's just what it is. because we're casting ourselves forth so that we are in the manifestation vibration and co-creating the life that's our dream role. How about that? That's our dream role. In every sense of the word, our dream role, and we are the stars. We are each the stars in our own lives. So I want to share something that Ernest Holmes wrote in the Science of Mind text about cast. So if you have the book, it's on page 140, paragraph 2, and it's in the chapter, The Power of Thought. In the great universal mind, man is a center of intelligence, and every time he thinks, he sets mind in action. Because of the oneness of mind, it cannot know anything outside itself, and therefore cannot contradict any thought given it, but must reflect whatever is cast into it. We are immersed in an infinite creative medium, which, because of its nature, must create after the pattern our thought gives it. Jesus understood this, and in a few simple words laid down the law of life. It is done unto you as you believe. No more simple and yet no more profound statement could be made. Cast, recast, whatever it is, you are reflecting that. You are reflecting it, right? You are a reflection of what it is that you are casting out into the world, right? There's no confusion about that. It's clear. It's clear. And it's wonderful that it's so clear because we can use the information. So if there is an area in our lives that we are not in alignment, that is not fitting in to the whole pie, we can recast that, right? And we can see if it's working by what is being reflected back to us. And then we could use that to recast. We could use that information to recast. Yes? All right. All right. So is it time? That's the question today. Is it time to recast? Are there some patterns of thinking that you need to recast? Are there some patterns in your relationships that you need to recast? Are there some patterns in what you're doing in your day that you need to recast? That's where I am right now. I'm looking at the pattern of my day, right? What am I doing? How am I using my time, right? Do I need to recast some of these activities that I'm doing that I thought were in alignment, but now I'm recognizing based on what is getting reflected back to me that they are not, right? Because sometimes it could seem like, oh yeah, that's the thing, right? But then start to notice what comes back. And if what is coming back is not a match, then I have to recast from within, not from out there, from within myself, right? My thinking, my pattern of thinking, right? And that's how my day comes into alignment. So that's what we get to do. That's what we get to choose to do, right? So what is it that you may need to recast, that you may need to remodel, rearrange, right? So that when you cast it forth, into that vibration, you are receiving that which you already know that you are. I want to cast forth the truth of who I am, right? And that into that vibration, the truth of who I am, so that all that I'm manifesting is more truth of who I am, more joy, more love, more harmony, more prosperity, more abundance, right? More of that quality that each one of us are, more of the wholeness that we are. So let's recast, right? Let's recast before we go action, right? Let's recast and make sure we have exactly what it is that we need. We're using all of our tools. Yes. All right. All right. So that's recast. I like some of the suggestions you threw out there. So we're going to see what we do for Friday. And the reason why I keep saying Friday is because tomorrow is meditation with the moon at 11 p.m. So there is no 10:30 sip. All right. All right, y'all. All right. So let's get into some joy news. Let's get into some joy news. Thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate that. And I see all the yeses, Ron. Yes, yes, yes. All right. All right. So, as I just mentioned, tomorrow, meditation with the moon, 11 p.m., right where you're watching me now, New Thought Media Network, 11 p.m. Did I say 11:30? 11 p.m. I feel like I said 11:30, but 11 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. Afterwards, we do our after party on Zoom where we get to fellowship and be with each other and share. Okay. All right. So I hope to see you all tomorrow evening at 11 p.m. Tonight, something very special is happening. I am doing a visioning process at 7 p.m. tonight. I do this through Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, where I'm the spiritual director. And I will be hosting visioning, processing. I just thought about it. Visioning is a recasting tool. It is. Because what we're doing is we are aligning ourselves with God's idea, right? So we align ourselves with God's idea and we could recast our lives from that perspective, from that higher perspective. Yes? So join me tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And I was looking at Michael Bernard Beckwith's book that the visioning process is based on. He has a book called Life Visioning. And this is what he said. Through visioning, you will be introduced to the you of you. And the moment you come into your own being, you will say yes to it, all of it. I love that. So it's on Zoom. Go to rocklandcsl.org and just click on the Wednesday learning event. And you'll be in the Zoom room, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So please join me for that. This Sunday, we have our Living Life in Joy, yes, with Ramona Curtis. She is the founder of Unhoused St. Louis. I am so excited for this to air. I am so excited for this to air. So please watch a wonderful interview with a woman who is about yes to the unhoused, about being in service and by being a conduit of love, because she's a conduit of love by doing the work that she's doing. And she is also, Unhoused St. Louis is one of the 8 organizations that receive support from the Hero Ministries. At 11:30, we continue with Sunday in Praise at Rockland CSL. Our theme for November is Breathe in the View. And my topic for Sunday is the view from here. The view from here. And so I already got stuff percolating between yesterday and today. So please join me for service on Zoom, in person, on Facebook Live. It'll be great to see you all there. All right. Let me just see. Yeah. So the last thing I want to say before I check in with Sekou is please support the New Thought Media Network. They are doing uplifting, positive, wonderful programming, not just Sit with Rev Melissa, the Be Your Own Hero show, but many other shows that are designed to be inspiring to each one of us. If you would like to donate, you could go to ntmedia.org and donate there. All right. So let's check in. Hey, Sekou.
What's happening? So I like how you made it Hollywood. I like how you took the recasting to Hollywood. And then that spun me off. And I started thinking about all these films we hear about where we know and love the film, and then we find out that someone else was supposed to be the lead, right? And then you can't imagine that other person being in the lead. And then that made me think of, if it's for you, it's for you, and how that is unavoidable. And then also you were talking about how just because you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, that doesn't have to be the feeling tone of the day. You can recast the day. And that spoke to me today, because today I really didn't want to go running today. I really didn't want to do it today. It's cold, everything's sore. I didn't want to do it. But I got myself out there, and then it was the best day. It was the best day in terms of the run. It was one of my slowest 5Ks ever, but I got to do 2 different backpack drops that were so meaningful. And that's the first time I've had 2 in one run, and they were really meaningful. I talked about them on my show, and I talked about them on my run report on social media. But yeah, it was really good. And so, like choosing to just get out there anyway set the stage for my day to be recast for me.
Yes.
I just had to show up.
Yes. Oh, that's such a good example. That is such a good example. All right, y'all. Real life example right there. All right. So, recast. What do you need to recast? Just check in with yourself. All right, y'all. Linda, I love the visioning process. Me too, girl. So I hope you're able to join us tonight. Ron, thank you. You're always there for me, always there participating in these wonderful events that we have at the center. Yes. All right, everybody. All right. So tonight, 7 p.m. again, visioning. Go to rocklandcsl.org, click on Wednesday Learning Event. I hope to see you there. And if you've never done visioning before, it's fine. And if you've done it a billion times, that's fine too. Because guess what? Every time is like the first time again. Every time is like the first time again. And that is a new opportunity, right? You're not the same as you were even yesterday, right? So come see what God has for you. Be in your yes by just showing up. All right, y'all. So peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.